It is day number 4 from Loeb Stadium here in Lafayette, Indiana at the Colt World Series, and you are watching on ISC. Alongside Mike Rossick, Greg Rakestraw with you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the second game of the day, and we jump back into the bracket with an elimination game. It is Crowley, Louisiana against Bay County of Michigan. Our pregame show presented by IU Health, Arnett Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Mike, a pleasure to be with you. And I think these are two teams that are very evenly matched. I expect this to be a really competitive game.
Definitely. Sean Walker and I talked about this earlier today, that we're really looking forward to these two teams playing. Michigan, who's come out here showing that they have a great pitching staff, and they're going back to their ace today in Brandon Brown, who threw an amazing Game 1 on Friday. And this Louisiana team, who does have some bats that have seemed to have come to life here in the last couple days.
Yeah, part of the story for Bay County, Michigan has been their pitching has been outstanding. Exactly what you need to have once you get this deep into the tournament. All three of their starting pitchers, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, have gone the distance. Unfortunately for Bay County yesterday, a pitcher's duel that was won by California. They won that 2-0, sending Bay County into this elimination game. Let's talk about the lineup that Brandon Brown will face. For the visitors from Crowley, Louisiana, it is the same batting 9 they trotted to the plate a day ago. Cameron Richard, yesterday's starting pitcher, he is the right fielder. Wyatt Verrett, Jacob Bernard, Nicholas Zeman. Austin Benoit had 4 RBI yesterday. Hunter Reborg, he of the no-hitter on Saturday for Louisiana. Bo Louvier, that is today's starting pitcher. Cameron Alquay, and the shortstop is Landon LaFleur for Crowley, Louisiana. The defensive alignment now for Bay County, Michigan, very similar to what it was a day ago. Our defensive starters presented by Ivy Tech Community College. Morris, Prokopenko, and Birdsall in the outfield. Dorman, Glish, Kwapaszewski, and Schumacher in the infield. Koffold is the catcher. And again, it is Brandon Brown that gets his second start in 4 days here for the tournament. He was absolutely outstanding in the opening day win for Michigan. That was a 1-0 victory, so he had little margin for error. He gave up 1 hit. He struck out 8 and walked 3 in that opening day victory for Bay County. The math is quite simple for each of these two teams. Lose and your tournament is over. Win and you play tomorrow at the exact same time. California awaits the winner of this game. California again beat this Michigan team yesterday 2-0. They beat Crowley, Louisiana on the opening day by a score of 9-3. Absolutely fantastic weather conditions for this second game of the day from Loeb Stadium. Curveball just spins away from Richard, does not hit the strike zone. 1-0, and we're underway here at Loeb Stadium.
And look for Brandon Brown to rely heavily on that curveball as he did on Friday.
This one hits the outside corner of the plate. Strike called at 1-1. Richard yesterday was 1 for 5 with a double and a run scored in their 12-2 victory against Hoosier North. They played the second game of the day yesterday. That hits the outside corner as well, and the count at 1-2.
Brown looking like he's got some great movement on his pitches again today. He jumps out ahead 1-2 here.
Curveball bends back in the zone. Richard spoils it foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. Flags kind of moving lazily out towards left field today. Really had next to no wind yesterday. A little bit more today, but I don't think it'll be a big factor.
I don't either. And with the beautiful weather, it just adds to it, I believe.
Curveball smacked to center field. Diving effort could not be made by Prokopenko. As the leadoff man is aboard for Crowley, Louisiana.
Prokopenko with a nice attempt there on that dive, but it looked like the ball just kept coming right back into his body.
Well, there was some curve obviously on that pitch, and there was some curve off of that bat, and that required an outstanding effort. So with that, that is a hit, not an error. Leadoff man aboard, though, for the Crowley Cajuns. So Wyatt Verrett now comes to the plate. He was 3 for 4 yesterday with 3 runs scored and a triple. Runner goes. Throw down to second base. Tag applied. Not in time.
Good jump there by Richard as he got a good lead and took off. And as we see again, this Louisiana team very aggressive on the base paths.
And it was an outstanding jump that Richard got. That throw just a little bit to the shortstop side. If it had been to the other side, maybe you've got to play. But all of a sudden, there is a runner in scoring position. as Crowley tries to get the early jump in this elimination game.
Good job there by Richard of sliding to the backside of the bag, too, to make that tag even farther away for the shortstop.
And misses low and away, 1-1 the count. Verrett says the Astros are his favorite team, and if you know your geography, that is the Major League Baseball franchise closest to where these young men live in southern Louisiana.
And not a bad choice of a favorite team this year either.
Yeah, about 3 years ago, not so much. Now, it's a really good team to have.
And they're a lot of fun to watch. See the first baseman for Bay County playing way in on the grass, expecting the bunt.
That one almost clipped the jersey. And the count is at 2-1.
See Mason Schumacher here playing way in, respecting the fact that Verrett's liable to lay one down here.
This Bay County, Michigan team 1-0 winners over Aruba on Friday. Then 8-5 winners over Hoosier North. That is considered a swing. I'm not sure if that was a foul ball, if contact was made, but again, it was called as a swing because he turned. And so the count is 2-2. That was just off the mid of the catcher from behind. Not sure if that was actually contact that might have been made on a foul ball or on the batter. Kind of surprising there was no advance on the runner on second base on that play.
Yeah, I'm thinking that probably caught him off guard as well. He probably thought it was a foul ball.
Nobody close to the bag at second base. Brown will try to walk the runner back and Richard. Up the middle, Brown makes the play, could have a rundown. Runs right at the runner, throws to third base, tag applied, and he is out. Runner will stay at first base, and perhaps a pair of base running miscues at second base by Richard.
Definitely, but a heads-up play by Brown as he fields this, instantly looks at his runner at second and makes a great play by running at him, and plenty of time getting him at third.
To be picky, sometimes you'd say, all right, run him back to the bag. However, if you go at him, good things are going to happen regardless.
Exactly.
In other words, try to push him back to the bag where he was at, but you got the out. There's no complaints there.
Not at all.
So 1 on and 1 gone, and this one fouled back by Jacob Bernard. Bernard got his mileage in yesterday. He scored 4 times on the base pass every plate appearance, had a couple of steals, hit by a pair of pitches as well. But in the at-bats that counted per se, and that is a pickoff at first base.
Great move by Brown there to get the runner as he was leaning. See if we have another look at that, because that was a great quick move by Brown and a great tag by Schumacher.
So the first 2 outs in this inning have been recorded, 1-5 and 1-3. That doesn't happen very often. And there's suddenly nobody on the base paths with 2 down. And given how well Bernard swung the bat yesterday, that is a benefit for these young men from Michigan. That one fouled straight down, counted 0-2. Bernard, the center fielder. Not that we have these bio sheets for most of these young men, not all. But something that is unique about what Jacob answered, and again, given where he's from, not surprising, when somebody asks your favorite baseball team, 99% of the time the answer that is given is a major league club. Not the case for Jacob. Ground ball, first baseman, could be a race to the bag, and safe. Bernard's going to win it. That was a tough play.
Tough play. Good job by Brown to get over there, but great hustle by Bernard to beat him down the line.
And that, the advantage of being the lefty flying down the line, that's not anything anybody did wrong per se. Great replay here, and that's tied. That goes to the runner.
Hey, yeah, definitely.
That's
Because
the
you
right
see
call.
both of those guys, their feet hit at the exact same time.
Again, you could be picking and say, all right, you got to lead the pitcher a little bit more as that one in the dirt gets away from the catcher. In fact, it hit the batter, so everybody gets a base. So Bernard goes to second. Zeman hit by a pitch. And this has been a rather busy inning here in the top of the first, but yet there are still zeros on the board, despite the fact that in one form or the other, all 4 batters have reached in this inning.
Yeah, we've had 4 base runners out of the 4 batters, and Bay County's done a good job of keeping them off the board here and erasing the first 2 guys that were on base.
The guy that was the chief run producer yesterday is at the plate now for Louisiana. Austin Benoit, the catcher. He knocked in 4 yesterday. Curveball, a beauty. That one might have switched area codes on its way to home plate. 1-1 the count.
That is his signature pitch by far, and when he's got it working, that thing is absolutely nasty.
Brown will take a momentary step off the pitching rubber. First baseman playing behind the runner in Zeman. This one tattooed foul. 1-2 the count.
Definitely had Benoit out in front of that pitch. Little meeting here between catcher and pitcher, going over signs, maybe a little strategy.
In other words, I don't think there's a sign going to be flashed on this one. That is a, hey, don't miss in this spot, miss here.
Yeah, definitely don't leave something over the middle of the plate to this kid, because he will do something with it.
Popped up. Third baseman and shortstop. It's the short. Nope, it's third baseman. Glish backs out of the way. Dorman makes the catch, and the inning is over. A lot of foot traffic for Crowley in the top of the first, but nothing to show for it. Michigan comes to bat when we come back, as you're watching the 2017 Colt World Series on ISC.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels. Patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe, with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
Welcome back. Greg Rakestraw, Mike Rossick with you here on ISC. Time now for the batting lineup for the home team in today's game, that being Bay County, Michigan. Again, very similar to what we have seen the previous 3 days for this squad. Garrett Glish, the shortstop, will lead things off, followed by Kwapaszewski, the second baseman. Dorman at third, bats third, then the catcher and Koffold fourth. Schumacher, Brown, and Birdsall, Morse, and Prokopenko round out a lineup that had just 3 hits in their shutout loss yesterday to California. The defensive alignment presented by Ivy Tech Community College. Verrett, Bernard, and Richard in the outfield. Reberg, LaFleur, Zeman, and Aquay in the infield. Benoit is the catcher, and Beau Louvier is the pitcher for Crowley, Louisiana.
Good look there at Louvier as he gets loose to start this game.
4 different pitchers have been used in this tournament for Louisiana. This is the first time we have seen Louvier in the pitcher's role. We saw him play right field for the first 4.5 innings of yesterday's game when they made a pitching change to bring in Castile. It was his spot that came out of the lineup, as Richard then replaced him in right field. First pitch, fastball over for a strike, 0-1 the count. So Garrett Glish
bounces that curveball a little bit short of the plate there.
And a swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Glish yesterday had one of those base hits for Bay County. He went 1 for 3. He is 4 for 9 for the tournament with 3 runs scored and an RBI. And Bay County is 2-1 here for the tournament. They have had a game of only 4 hits and a game of just 3 hits. So the bats have not exactly been electric.
No, they haven't, but they've played some really good defense, and like we've said before, they have some outstanding pitching.
And that will be a walk. And that's the last thing you want to do is kind of help out a team that's been sputtering a bit offensively.
Exactly. You don't want to put the leadoff guy on base in any inning, especially with a walk. Louvier seems to be wanting to work at a pretty quick pace up there on the mound, too.
Which is always appreciated by the broadcasters. Kwapaszewski puts down a bunt. Third baseman read it well. That is Rehberg. The sacrifice is successful. But with how thick the infield grass is here because of all the rain we've had this summer, a lot of times that goes down as a base hit. Good play by the third baseman to ensure that wasn't the case.
Yeah, very good plays. He was charging early and was able to quickly come up with the ball and make a good throw to first. But also a nice bunt laid down there, able to advance Glish to second base.
So John Dorman now at the plate. Dorman yesterday 1 for 2, or 0 for 3 rather, with 2 strikeouts. This one takes a friendly hop off the mound. Shallow center field. Glish kind of stumbled around third, but also the center fielder in Bernard was really charging on that play. As you can see, he is walking back from the infield dirt as we speak. But it took kind of a wicked hop when he got there. Could have been a close play. It'll simply be runners on the corners now with 1 out.
Yeah, I'll take another look here as that thing bounces off the mound and then takes a funky hop right as it gets to him out in center field. And luckily, Glish slid a little stumble there at third, kept him there.
This is the catcher in Koffold. The first pitch misses a bit high. Koffold a double yesterday. The only extra base hit of that game for Michigan. He is 2 for 9 for the tournament, with an RBI and a trio of strikeouts. Another beauty of a curveball. 1-2 the count. Koffold says the Washington Nationals are his favorite team, which is a bit surprising because most of these Michigan kids put the Detroit Tigers every time through.
Definitely.
Runner goes. They will not throw down. They'll throw behind the runner at third, but Glish never ventured that far off the bag. A free base for Dorman, and now a pair of runners in scoring position. Ground ball should score 1. Second baseman knocks it down. Still has time to recover and make the play. It is a ground ball out, but an RBI, and Michigan takes an early 1-0 lead.
Good job there by Nicholas Zeman there at second base. Staying with the play, knocks it down. Didn't field it cleanly, but stays with it. Able to retire the runner going to first.
So 2 away with a runner at third, and again Louvier working quickly as Schumacher, the first baseman, finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Schumacher looking for his first hit here in the Colt World Series. He's got 0 for 3 each day at the plate. Just a bit low. Schumacher had seen 3 consecutive pitches in the zone, so that wasn't a bad pitch at all. See if he'd go chase, and he did not.
Yeah, good decision there by Louvier. Good place to miss, and Schumacher wisely held up on that.
This one, shallow right field, which was where the right fielder was playing. Drifts over towards the line, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Bay County gets an early 1-0 lead in this elimination game. We're back in just a moment as you're watching the Colt World Series on ISC. An absolutely gorgeous night here at Loeb Stadium. And this is the weather we expect now for the remainder of the tournament. Today we were kind of worried about dodging the raindrops was yesterday, and thankfully all of that went south. That's our unscheduled flyover for tonight's game, by the way.
Yeah, they're about an inning late, but nevertheless, nice to see something flying over.
I'm more concerned about them being low than late. As long as they stay high, we're good. 6, 7, and 8 coming up this time through for Louisiana. Reberg, the pitcher, in Louviere, and Okway will step to the plate. Reberg, the third baseman. After a 5-inning no-hitter in Saturday's 17-0 victory over Aruba. By the way, Aruba won the consolation game that preceded this one by a count of 12-9 over Greensboro, North Carolina. So 4 teams have seen their participation come to an end here at the Colt World Series. Those 2 teams we just mentioned, as that curveball tails away and misses, 1-1 the count. Along with the 2 area clubs in Hoosier North and the Lafayette All-Stars. The rare non-curveball from Brown, that one just misses a bit low.
Yeah, the majority of his pitches are a curveball or slider.
This one, ground ball, gets past the second baseman. Into center field for a base hit for Reberg, and that is hit number 3 in 6 batters so far for Louisiana.
Nice piece of hitting there, as you see. Drives it right back up the middle. Easy signal for Reberg.
So the pitcher in Louviere at the plate. Looking to put a bunt down, does so successfully. Pitcher fields his position, fires over to first, and both teams play a little small ball early in this one.
Nice bunt there by Louviere, being able to advance Reberg over to second. Doing his job just like his coach asked.
So Okway, the first baseman, now will step to the plate. He went 1 for 4 yesterday with an RBI. Smacks this one to center field. Center fielder coming in, Prokopenko. Had a bit of an issue trying to time the dive in the first inning. Wasn't exactly overly graceful on that one, but he was effective, 2 down.
Very effective that time. He almost overran that ball, as I think he was thinking it was going to drop sooner. Did a good job of getting a good jump on it. And getting my glove ball.
Landon LaFleur now will step to the plate. That curveball had about 3 feet of break on it. That thing started above the helmet of LaFleur.
Yeah, when that left his hand, you thought it was going to be high inside, and it just kept dropping.
LaFleur 0 for 3 yesterday. Normally at this, especially this age group, but just in baseball in general, you assume the shortstop is one of the better athletes, one of the better fielders. LaFleur has been fun to watch in the field.
Yes, he has. Great glove out there and a really strong arm.
Just got enough of that to stay alive. Count remains at 0-2. This marks the first trip through the lineup for Louisiana. And they were beaten the open day of the tournament by California 9-3 and have worked their way back to this point. Hoping in another shot against California. Come at the same time tomorrow, 5 o'clock local time.
Yeah, I think both of these teams would love to have another shot at California.
That pitch out of the zone, but that is where the catcher in Koffold wanted. He wanted that one high. Couldn't get LaFleur to chase. Comes back with the curveball. This one shallow right field, but the right fielder was playing in and able to make the play as Birdsall, and the inning is over. So Crowley has stranded 3 through the first 2 innings. Michigan a 1-0 lead in this elimination game at the 2017 Colt World Series on ISC.
Can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
If Usain Bolt represents Xfinity Internet, what happens when we double the speed on 2 of our most popular plans? Meet his twice-as-fast brother, Insane Bolt. Now stream movies and shows twice as fast. Xfinity, the fastest just got faster.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
The pitcher in brown will lead things off for Bay County, Michigan. 6, 7, and 8 coming up this time through. Second of 3 games we've got for you today from Loeb Stadium. Following this contest, we'll go to the other half of the bracket. An elimination game between Korea and Mexico, a rematch of a game that went 9 innings on Saturday, with Korea getting a 5-3 victory.
Should definitely be a really good matchup between Mexico and Korea.
And that one off the shoulder. Just a breaking pitch that kind of got away and out of the hand of Louvier, so Brown will easily take the free base down to first.
Yeah, kind of looked like he knew it as soon as it left his hand that it wasn't going to break and was probably going to hit him.
We're going to see a different hitter already in the game here for Michigan. So this is Birdsall's spot in the lineup, but batting in his position, Hayden LeBrun. Birdsall just made the play out in right field. Don't know if maybe might have tweaked something out there making. He covered a lot of ground on that play. Or simply, I wanted to see a different bat in the lineup, but here in the second inning, we'll see a new batter into the game.
Yeah, I looked down at my lineup, and it should have been number 23 up, and I thought maybe I wrote down the wrong number, and then realized it was Hayden LeBrun stepping in.
Low and away, 2-0 the count. 2-1, excuse me. And this one sprayed foul, 2-2 the count. As we talked about, most of these young men from Michigan list the Tigers as their favorite baseball team. His favorite player, Justin Verlander. Another pitch sent foul. We'll do it again at 2-2.
Verlander's not too bad of a person to have as your favorite player. Been a pretty dominant pitcher over the last several seasons.
There was some talk of him moving at the trade deadline, but staying put in Detroit for now. Count runs full at 3-2.
Yeah, I saw a Twitter post from Justin Verlander, had a picture of himself and said, "Breaking news, I'm still in Detroit."
Yu Darvish had one of those too, and he got traded.
Yeah.
Popped straight up. Catcher able to make the play, just a step or two in fair territory. And there's one down. So this is the left fielder in Jacob Morse. Morse appeared as a pinch hitter in yesterday's game. and went 0 for 1.
Yeah, you kind of tell there that LeBron maybe didn't want to swing at that pitch, and he knew he didn't make very good contact, kind of dropped his head as it went up in the air.
Ball high and tight, 1-0 the count to Morse. This one finds the low edge of the zone, 1-1 the count. Morse will be a junior in high school this fall. Good lead over at first for Brown. Off the hands, little pop-up. Third baseman will fake a throw to first, but no way you can get Brown from across the diamond like that. A couple of easy infield plays, and there's 2 down. So the center fielder now, and Prokopenko will come to the plate. Prokopenko yesterday in 1 at bat drew a walk.
See if he can do something here to get Brown around into scoring position.
Prokopenko says the Cubs his favorite team, but Derek Jeter his favorite player. This one fouled back, 1-1 the count. Of course, you could ask kids from whatever state. A lot of them would say Derek Jeter their favorite player. As I remind you, Derek is a Michigan native. He's from Kalamazoo. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Both teams getting their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the second. Reberg never got further than second base. By the way, the team from Korea has arrived for tonight's final game. Scheduled for a 7:30 first pitch. This one, shallow left fielder on the charge and makes the play. Goes to the turf after making the grab. And they were playing shallow and had it scouted perfectly. So the last 3 batters for Michigan all kind of pop up to end the second inning. Michigan maintains a 1-0 lead after 2 here on ISC.
When you visit Pepe's Mexican restaurant, you'll be greeted a fun, vibrant family atmosphere. Whether you're joining us for lunch, dinner, or a special occasion, our manageable prices and sizable portions of authentic Mexican dishes will guarantee you won't be leaving hungry. And as always, free appetizers for waiting, because that's just the way we are. So come dine in or carry out. Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, located at 2525 Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
That's a great look out towards right field from the third base line here at Loeb Stadium. Those lights will get kicked on here at some point in time in the near future. Top of the third we go. Bay County, Michigan leading at 1-0.
Yeah, one thing we've had today that we haven't seen yet this term, it's quite a bit of sunshine. We still have some clouds hanging around, but the sun's been peeking through nicely today.
So Richard, a single last time up. That was on the diving effort by the center fielder that Prokopenko couldn't come up with. But then he was thrown out on a comeback to the pitcher. He got stuck between second and third. Third baseman couldn't make the play. Dorman couldn't grab it.
Looked like that one just squeaked right by the glove of Dorman. Thought off the bat he had a good read on it, but it was able to get through there.
So for the third straight inning, the leadoff man is aboard for Crowley, Louisiana. We have already seen Brown pick off a man at first. That was the young man that's at the plate in Verrett. He reached on the fielder's choice on that comebacker in the first inning.
Now Brown has a very nice move to first and a quick arm. He locates that throw well over there.
Well, Brown plays third base when he's not the starting pitcher. Runner goes. They'll throw down, and that's easy money right there. Richard stole a base in the first inning, and that time we said, all right, if he throws to the second base side, not the shortstop side, they've got a chance. He threw to the second base side, and they were waiting on Richard at second base.
Yeah, you know it's a good throw by the catcher when the second baseman has to wait on the runner to get there to apply the tag.
So that is the third out made on the base paths so far tonight for Louisiana. And Barrett rolls over top of that one, and the count at 1-1. As mentioned in the earlier appearance by Barrett that the Houston Astros, his favorite baseball team. You got a good stitch count on that one, 2-1. But his favorite player in other sports, a very well-liked player in this part of the state, Drew Brees. Curveball almost clipped him, then almost came into the zone. 3-1 the count.
Yeah, I would say the former Purdue Boilermaker would be pretty popular down in that area since he has been a leader of that New Orleans Saints team for quite some time now.
Liner over to Glish, high throw, and now trying to get to second, and getting there will be Barrett, and that's the ball that Glish, frankly, even with the speed of Barrett going on the first base line, had time to make the play at second, or at first, excuse me, and now standing on second because of the error is Barrett.
See, Farek does get down the line very well, but if that throws on line, they are able to get him there. Good job by Barrett advancing to second on the overthrow.
So Bernard now to the plate. He singled last time up. He's stranded at second back in the first inning. That's the first error of today's game, by the way. Popped out of the middle of the catcher, but nowhere near far enough to think about advancing.
Brown taking his time up there on the mound, getting his signs.
Curveball, a beauty. Count at 1-1. You can throw that same curveball to both righties and lefties. And righties, you get them to freeze, thinking it's not going to be in the zone. Same effect for the lefties, thinking it's going to be outside, and this clips the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Infield playing shallow, or outfield rather playing shallow in left and center. A little deeper in right field.
Yeah, as you see the outfield swung around to the right, expecting Bernard to pull the ball.
3-1 the count. And this is the second start now in 4 days for Brown, and you always wonder exactly how much gas is left in the tank when that's the case.
Yeah, especially after going a complete game in his first game. He only gave up one hit and threw really well, but you got to wonder how much he still has left.
First baseman makes the play. Schumacher will touch the bag for the second out. Runner advances to third, but again, 2 away. So Zeman now will come to the plate. He was hit by a pitch in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that Schumacher's still hitless in this tournament, but as he plays first base, you kind of understand why he's in this lineup. Got a great glove over there.
First time that Louisiana has had a runner to third base in this game. Curveball, a beauty, 1-1 the count. Well, for the first time in this game, we're starting to see Brown kind of get behind the hitters.
Yeah, as you saw on that pitch, he dropped his arm angle down a little bit and didn't seem to work for him as well.
Came back with the fastball. Center fielder drifting over. Left fielder had it all along, and another runner stranded by Louisiana. We're through 2.5 here at Loeb Stadium. Score remains 1-0 Michigan as you're watching the Colt World Series at ISC.
Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden is your local Husqvarna dealer. With us, you'll find a knowledgeable staff that's able to provide quick turnaround service so your business doesn't have to stop. From zero-turn mowers to trimmers and chainsaws, Husqvarna has you covered. And with the fleet program, the more you buy, the more you get in return. With that kind of stability, you can rely on us for the long haul. Get your Husqvarna equipment today at Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden, located at 6292 West County Road 0 in Frankfort.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Good look inside the Michigan dugout. And they already have a 1-0 win to their credit in this tournament. They probably feel they need at least a couple of more in this one, but still happy to be in front. Going to the home half of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, they've been pretty good at holding their opponents to not very many runs, but this Louisiana team has the capability of putting them up in great numbers.
Garrett Glish, who so far has drawn the only walk of the game and corresponding relationship to having scored the only run of this game. We expect these two teams, we talked about in the pregame show, this is about as even of a matchup I think as we're going to see the entire tournament, and with the little things like that make a difference.
Definitely. Keeping runners off base, making good plays in the outfield, just going to be the difference maker in this. Whoever makes the most mistakes is probably going to wind up on the loser's end of this game.
Now and misses low to Glish. Walking a run scored. He had 3 runs earlier in the tournament in the game. It was in the 8-5 victory against Hoosier North on Saturday. Taken all the way at 2-0. That one poured in for a strike at 2-1. And Louviere pitching as if he's under the impression that he is renting the facility this evening. He is moving. Shortstop, LaFleur. That one kind of bobbled and took whatever chance he had to make a play away when that ball kind of popped out of his glove. But Glish had pretty good speed flying down the line. And before he can finish the thought, that's ruled as an infield hit, and I'd agree with that.
Yes, definitely. As you see here, even if LaFleur comes up with this clean, it's going to be a bang-bang play. But when he makes that little bobble, Glish able to beat it easily.
Trying to bunt his way on, and first baseman did get the tag down. It took a while for Okoye to realize, hey, you need to field that ball. The pitcher's not going to get to it, because that ball was literally bunted to the first base bag. He was still able to make the play. Runner in scoring position with 1 down.
Yeah, about caught his feet in a sand trap there. He was standing waiting on it. As you see, do I go the bag? Do I go get the ball? Then he decides he better go get it, and nice tag.
So the second time that Kwapaszewski has laid down a sacrifice bunt in this game. Last time Dorman was up, he got the only other hit besides the one you just saw from Glish. And the count at 1-1. 2-1. Dorman says he wants to be a police officer when his high school baseball days are over with. Line drive up the middle. Base hit. Center fielder playing shallow. They will hold Glish at third. And Dorman literally put that ball almost exactly where he did in his last at bat, right back up the middle.
Very nice piece of hitting there once again by Dorman. See here as that one comes into your seats right at home. Jacob Bernard does an excellent job out there in center field too, charging. He gets a good read on the ball and charges in and keeping Glish at third base.
So Koffold now, who had a ground ball RBI, produced the game's only run. With one out there at double play depth up the middle. With the fielders at first and third, even with the runners on the corners. Runner again takes off. This time they will throw through. Not deep enough for Glish to try it. If he had been running when that ball is thrown, maybe he's got a chance, but you can't change your mind that late in the process when that thing got past the second baseman to the shortstop.
Exactly, and a great job by Landon LaFleur of backing that throw up, because if he's not hustling on that, that is out in center field, and Glish probably does score.
But this is literally the same scenario that Bay County had last time up. A stolen base took away the double play. Runners at second and third, and a ground ball to second. Scored the first run of the game. That time Louvier, I think, kind of carefully pitched around Koffold with the idea of we'll load him up and potentially set up back the double play again to get out of the inning. Coach will come out and talk to Louvier, but I think that was more of him just simply not wanting to give in to the batter at home plate.
Yeah, and especially with the 3-0 count there, he didn't want to give him something too pretty that he could just turn on. With two runners in scoring position and first base open, you kind of pick and choose your battles.
And as talked about, Schumacher has yet to get a hit in the tournament. And really the back end of the lineup, other than Brown doing a lot of damage in the opening victory. He had 3 of their 4 hits, the pitcher and Brown on Friday. They've not gotten that much production as they have gone down the lineup.
No, they haven't, and this would be a great game for Schumacher to break out in here. And a perfect situation here. He's got 3 runners on, 1 out, deep fly ball somewhere could bring in a run.
Just misses low. Outfield pretty much in shallow positions for the number 5 hitter. This one down the right field line, should get out of play. Stayed on the inside of the fence, but no way the right fielder and Richard could make a play. 1-1 the count.
That's one of those situations, too, where even if he does make that catch, that's going to be an easy sacrifice fly, so almost rather have that thing go foul and not even try to make a play on it.
Liner, right field. That'll drop for a base hit. Everybody will advance 90 feet because, again, outfielders were playing in. There is that awaited base hit we've been talking about with an RBI as well. And Michigan now a 2-run lead.
Good piece of hitting there. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just kind of threw his hands out at it. Dropped it in right over the second baseman's head. Great first hit for the tournament for the kid.
And with that, there will be a pitching change. And again, not that Louvier has pitched poorly. It's just you have to win this game. You can't afford to kind of have him go through some struggles.
Exactly, and being the second time through the Michigan lineup, they're starting to pick up on his pitches a little better, starting to time it up. Now's a good time to make a change, especially before the score gets out of hand.
So Kaplan Sorrell now will come into the contest for Crowley, Louisiana. First time we have seen him in the tournament. Sorrell says his favorite team, the Astros, at least in the pros, rooting for the Tigers of LSU back home, and his favorite baseball player is Jose Altuve. When asked about what a future profession is going to be, doctor is what he has to say. So Louvier goes 2 1/3, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 2, did not strike out a batter, hit a batter as well. And he is responsible for all 3 runners that are currently on the base path.
Yeah, and this is where, as a pitcher leaving the game, when you turn it over to your relief, you really hope they come in and can shut them down and take over the game for you. Like I said, Louvier did not pitch poorly. He's only given up 4 hits. He walked a couple, actually only walked 1, didn't he? And, he hasn't, like I said, he didn't pitch poorly. It's just time to make a move.
Infielders in at the corners here. Just misses off the outside corner to the pitcher in Brown, and Brown was hit by a pitch in his previous plate appearance. Ground ball, shortstop LaFleur stays in front of it. I think he would have had to play anywhere regardless. With the left fielder playing so shallow, I'm not sure even if he doesn't touch it that everybody kind of goes where they're going to anyway. But it is a hit, it is a run, and it is a 3-run advantage now for Michigan.
See, here's Brown. Gets it. Good hustle by getting over in front of it by LaFleur, but no play.
So Birdsall now back in the spot that we saw LeBrun pinch hit for him last inning. Couldn't stop the swing on that one. And counted 0-2. So this is Birdsall's first at bat of the game. High hopper, should score a run. LaFleur charges, but again, he had no play. When that ball kind of took that trampoline bounce, everybody was going to be safe.
Once again, Michigan making contact with the ball. It's not real sharp contact, and just not able to make a play on it because it is hit so soft and it bounces so high. Everybody is safe.
So now the 8th batter come to the plate this inning is Jacob Morse, and lashes this one to right field for a base hit. One more run will score. They will again hold the runner at third. That's a good arm from Richard in right field. That's a good decision. So Brown now stationed at third. Schumacher scores, and it is a 4-run inning for Michigan.
See there, he just lines that one directly into right. But a great job by Richard in right field. Come up firing instantly.
So Prokopenko now becomes the 9th batter this inning. Ball gets away from the pitcher, and all of a sudden runners are going to start to advance. An errant throw back to the pitcher. Everybody gets a free 90 bases, and all of a sudden this is a 6-run game.
And as we talked about earlier, it's the little things that are going to propel you to victory in this game, and if you don't do those little things, you're going to give up costly runs.
By the way, the first 4 runners this inning all charged to Louvier, so he will unfortunately get tagged for 5 runs allowed in this game, and he pitched better than those numbers will indicate. Prokopenko trying to keep the good times rolling here for Michigan. That's in for a strike, 1-1 the count. So the only batter that hasn't reached yet was the one in Kopaszewski who put down the sacrifice. Everybody else has found their way to the base pass. And that will go down as a walk. And so now the 10th batter to come to the plate this inning. And Glish, who started things off with an infield single, one of 3 in the inning for Michigan, will step back up for a second time.
And that's got to be concerning for Louisiana because, as you stated earlier, the bottom of this lineup for Michigan has not been hitting the ball. Well, now the bottom of the order has hit the ball and they've gotten on base. Now you're turning it over to the top part that has been hitting the ball well.
All right, so 9 batters to the plate so far. 5 of them have scored. Bases are loaded. 6 hits, 2 walks so far this inning. This has mushroomed quickly for Bay County, Michigan. 2-0 the count. And once you kind of get to the fourth day, you also kind of worry about starting a round out of arms if you're these teams.
Definitely, and you don't want to have to dig real deep into your battery.
Glish tattoos this one to left. Runner will try to tag, throw home, play at the plate, safe. Runner will advance behind the play. Good relay on the play at the plate. The tag rule to be just a little bit high, that the runner got in underneath the tag, and make it now another run, make it 7 for Michigan.
Check out the slide here as he comes in, and he does get under the tag. Good call by the umpire.
To give Glish the RBI and the sacrifice fly. But advancing with the throw home was Morse to third. So for the first time in this game, Kłapaszewski won't be able to lay down a sacrifice bunt.
Nice pitch there. Although the way that kid handles the bat, I wouldn't be afraid to give him the bunt sign, have him try to bunt for a hit.
And literally, I just glanced at the third baseman. He's playing behind the bag. And now he's kind of charging, thinking that's the case as well. They will throw to second, trying to get the runner, and they do. Michigan's used that with runners in the corners throughout the course of the game. Bit of a high throw, but still able to get the tag down. Prokopenko thrown out, and the inning comes to an end. But Michigan explodes for 6 runs. To the top of the fourth we go. It is 7-0. They lead Louisiana, the Colt World Series at ISC. Makes the play in Puerto Rico. The celebration underway. They're the Colt World Series champions.
Strike 3 call. Tijuana, Mexico has won the 2016 Colt World Series.
And the young men from Korea await the next and final game of the day here at Loeb Stadium. Had 4 on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 games today, just 2 tomorrow, because at the conclusion of business tonight, we are down to 4 teams that are still playing in the Colt World Series. Both California and the Netherlands are off tonight, and know that even with a loss tomorrow, they are guaranteed to make the final day of the tournament. But right now, all the permutations for Crowley, Louisiana, are about trying to figure out a way to get 7 runs on the board.
Yeah, they need to get some things going offensively here, get some runners on. And the first inning, they did a really good job of getting guys on, but Brandon Brown picking a guy off and then getting guys caught. As you see, a nice pitch there.
So Benoit, who popped up to the third baseman his last time up, rolls over top of this one 0-2. And one of the things you talk about, all right, you're staked to a 7-run lead, you throw strikes. Well, this is how kind of Brown does it. Just keep throwing the benders up there. Keep throwing things that are moving as they get to home plate.
Exactly, and with a 7-run lead, you can really let him throw that curveball and try to keep guys off balance.
And you're kind of 2 mindsets here if you're Michigan. You're thinking about trying to shorten this game if at all possible and saving some arms as the tournament goes along. But at the same time, you're also wanting Brown, whether it's 5, 6, 7, whatever the case may be, to throw as long as possible to save other arms for later in the tournament.
Exactly. And, the Michigan coach said it after their first game that they're going to go as far as Brandon Brown takes them. And if he can get them through this game, they'll look to play again and hopefully make it to the championship game.
Misses inside on that one, 2-2 the count. One of the rare fastballs we've seen from him today. Comes back with the curveball. The tail's out of the zone, and the count runs full.
Almost looks like when he drops to that 3/4 arm slot that it's got a lot of run away from the batter there. When he comes over the top, that's really when he gets his 12-6 curveball, and that thing can be absolutely nasty at times.
And for the first time, he walks a batter. Again, Benoit is one of the better hitters of Louisiana, so that's maybe just kind of a fight. He's like, I don't want to give in on this one. Don't give up a bag here. So Reberg, that singled his last time up. Fastball misses high, 1-0 the count. There is a little activity in the bullpen if needed for Bay County. Quick toss back and almost picked off his second runner of the game. And he's got that middle infielder's turn, does Brown, when he is on the mound.
Yes, he does. Take a look down there at Bay County's bullpen as the couple of guys getting loose.
That's in for a strike. Reberg yesterday was 0 for 5 with a run batted in. Another toss back. That ball gets away momentarily. And in one sense, you go, all right, you don't have to worry so much about the guy at first base because you've got a 7-run lead. Yet legitimately, Brown's move is so good, you could steal an out or two with that move.
Exactly, and if you can save a couple pitches that way and pick guys off, even better.
This one sent towards center field to get down for a base hit. Could be extra bases, it will. Louisiana's going to score their first run of the game. Reberg to second, and we'll stop right there. Again, you just can't chance it. When you're down now by 6 runs, you'll stay on second base, but Louisiana's on the board.
Yeah, especially with no outs. Never want to make the first or third out at third base, and a good job. Nice piece of hitting there by Reberg as he drives that one into the right center field gap.
And for Brown, it is the first run he has allowed now in 10-plus innings here at the Colt World Series. And given how well Louisiana has been swinging the bats here in the tournament, he's kind of felt it was a matter of time before they kind of got loose on something.
Oh, yeah, and just the natural law of averages said eventually he's going to give up some runs. I mean, the kid has pitched so well. Somebody's going to break the ice, and they finally did.
This is Sorrell's spot in the lineup, batting in Louviere's position. Flare to right. Let's see if Reberg tries to tag. Again, he will bluff the tag, but we need to force the issue yet. 1 out in the inning. So Okway, the first baseman, out of the plate. That poured in for a strike. Okway says his favorite team, the Atlanta Braves.
You see the effect that Brown's move even has on the runner at second base. He's not getting a very big lead at all, knowing that Brown is quick with his feet and his turn.
A little bit of a miscommunication between pitcher and second baseman. Kwapaszewski had broken back towards his normal second base position. Thankfully, that was recognized by Brown, and they're both kind of smiling about it right now. Could have turned out a lot differently.
That could have been another ball out to the IU mid banner, but this one thrown.
Center fielder drifting back, but making a play on it. Again, Reberg now looking to tag here. And making it in plenty of time. That ball a little bit deeper, and good read to the center fielder. Had to back up to make that catch. Took the risk and advanced on to third base, but there's 2 down.
Great read there by Reberg as he saw the center fielder wasn't able to get his feet set before making the catch, so he figured I might as well tag now.
So Landon LaFleur, fly ball to right field to end the second inning in his previous plate appearance. That one breaks over LaFleur. 1-0 the count. This one gets past Kwapaszewski into right field. And it's a 2-run top of the 4th inning for Crowley, Louisiana.
Nice hit with LaFleur there. A little 2-strike approach as he throws his hands out, swings, and hits out to the opposite field, driving in the run.
Give LaFleur the RBI. That is his 3rd for the tournament. And he rolls over the top of the lineup, and Richard's had a pair of hits so far today.
Yeah, he's ripped 2 right back up the middle, almost in exact spots.
Count of 2-0. Activity has stopped now in the Michigan bullpen. Brown still dealing with a 5-run lead, but you can just kind of wonder if he's starting to tire a little bit out there. This is the beginning of the 3rd trip through the lineup for Louisiana. LaFleur able to get back in time.
You wonder if he's tiring, and then he turns and zings one over
Right.
to first base like it's nothing.
There was a walk to the leadoff man in the inning. And that ball to Richard.
Good job by Caulfield to be able to slide over and block that one. Definitely don't need a pass ball here to where the runner can advance into scoring position.
Count of 3-0. Outside corner strike. Not sure if Richard was taken all the way, but he clearly wasn't going after one on the outside corner.
He definitely questioned that one a little bit too.
Curveball in there, strike 2.
That is one thing about Brown. I will say he's not afraid to use that bender at any time. He will throw it no matter what the count is.
Toss back to keep LaFleur a little bit closer to the bag, knowing he has taken off and that ball is going home. Just misses low and away. So the inning will continue. And Richard has now reached in all 3 plate appearances in this game, and we're going to see a quick conversation on the mound here between the Michigan head coach and his top pitcher. This will now be the 7th batter that will come to the plate this inning for Louisiana. Red hit it hard last time up. Turned into the game's only error for Michigan, and Glish unleashed a wild throw towards first base.
Good opportunity here for Wyatt Ferret. He's got 2 runners on here. He could drive something into the outfield. 2 outs, you know the batters are going to be moving on contact. So if he can drive something to a gap, good chance of bringing in possibly a couple runs.
So Ferret 0 for 2 for the tournament. Or 0 for 2 for this game, I should say. Fielder's choice and a ground ball to shortstop. Outfield shading him slightly to pull here, number 2 hitter. And misses high, 1-0 the count. Two and 0.
As you see, Caulfield, the catcher, turn around and ask the umpire where that missed. Kind of questioning the strike zone right now.
Papaszewski sneaks in behind LaFleur. That gets away from the catcher. Everybody advances an extra 90 feet. They will throw the ball down, but no chance of getting the runner. It is a strike, but that went off the mitt.
Good job of reading that drop ball there by both runners as they advance and putting them both into scoring position.
Count of 2-1 and a chance for Crowley to claw back a few more runs, and that one plunks the runner. So Verrett heads down to first base, second batter that Brown has hit in this game.
Yep, got him just on the backside of his upper arm there.
Bernard has hit it hard twice, once for a single, the other for a ground ball out to the first baseman. Big opportunity here for Louisiana to get right back in it. Curveball in for a strike. Trying to go from corner to corner, missed it low and away, 1-1 the count. Second baseman playing in the grass. Playing the odds that Bernard will smack one to the right side.
Now this is the first kind of shift look that we've seen in this tournament with somebody up.
Kaufhold able to block that one, 2-1 the count. So 6 in the bottom half of the third for Michigan. Louisiana trying to get a big chunk of that back here. Turns on this one foul for a hard hit strike, 2-2 the count. Center fielder and right fielder both playing relatively deep as well. It's about as deep as I've seen the right fielder play the entire tournament, looking out there as we speak. This one gets away from the runner, but again, you're not going to, number 3 batter to play, you're not going to force the issue.
No, not with 2 outs right now when you need these runs. Good job of holding the runner at third.
Don't want to potentially take the bat out of one of your best hitters' hands. First baseman playing behind the runner. So Verrett will get a head start here on the pitch home. And in fact, Brown will work out of the windup here with the full count pitch. Popped up. Catcher. Can he find it in time? Did he hang on?
Oh, no, he did not. It bounced off of his glove, then off of his chest protector, and then hit the ground. Great effort there by Cooper Kaufhold, but was unable to hang on to it.
Well, he got it late, but he was the only player. There's no way the third baseman could come in and make a play on that. An outstanding effort. Another look at it here.
Definitely wasn't happy with himself, but that was a tough play. Even if he did, it was amazing that he even got a glove on it, let alone have a chance to catch it.
Everybody goes. Hard hit toward the second baseman. Kwapaszewski had him play perfectly. Schumacher had to dig down out of the dirt and does. And that ends the inning. So Louisiana does score 2. It could have been more. And we're halfway through this elimination game with Michigan leading it by a score of 7-2 as you're watching the 2017 Colt World Series on ISC.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Beautiful night here at Loeb Stadium. Greg Rakestraw, Mike Rossick with you on ISC. Many thanks to our great MTC Sports crew. All their hard work behind the scenes throughout the course of this tournament. Thanks to Jake and Wes and Justin and Sean and Pete and Greg and Harpo, Groucho, the rest of them. Great job all around. Most of those names are accurate. Not all. Most. So Kwapaszewski, who was at the plate when Prokopenko was thrown out, trying to steal second to end the third. He was the 11th batter at the plate in that inning. So technically he'll be a 10-man of the plate inning as he'll come back up here to start what is the fourth, staked to a 5-run lead. And this one, third baseman gives chase, but it's going to reach the seats. Kwapaszewski again officially 0 for 0 because he's got 2 sacrifice bunts in this game.
Yeah, he'd probably like to get himself on base and have somebody else be able to sacrifice for him.
Curveball, a beauty, strike 2. We asked these young men to fill out these biographical sheets, give us some more information about themselves. And in terms of pronunciation of full name, as Kwapaszewski sends this one to shallow left. Barrett is there, and there's one down. My guess is, with his last name, this is not the first time he's had to literally do this in terms of having somebody pronounce his name.
Yeah, because he definitely breaks it down, and he even broke down his first name, but his last name, really good job.
Kwapaszewski, Kwapaszewski. 1-0 the count is John Dorman to the plate now for Bay County. Pair of singles and a run scored for Dorman. 1-1 the count as he swings over top of that one, just gets a piece.
And as broadcasters, we actually really appreciate that because we can butcher some names and make them sound really awful.
Speak for yourself. I might get them wrong, but I make them sound great. May not be accurate. They sound great.
Well, sometimes even when I get them right, some of the guys behind the scenes think I get them wrong.
Fair enough. 1-2 the count. This one hit high into the air, but not that far into center field. And Bernard able to camp under it, and there are quickly 2 down. And this is the first time in this game that the first 2 batters have been retired by a Louisiana pitcher. Leadoff man had reached in each of the previous 3 innings for Michigan. And Koffel going to spread it around. So literally in this inning, a fly to left, a fly to center, and a fly to right. And we go on to the top of the 5th inning. Louisiana trails it by 5 in this elimination game here on ISC.
Since 1969, Haley's Lock, Safe, and Key has provided expertise and solutions when dealing with residential or commercial security needs. Whether you're looking for a safe, seeking access solutions, or in need of automotive keys, nobody can serve you better than Haley's.
One-on-one service and simply the best solutions we've been providing at Daily for more than 40 years.
Haley's Lock, Safe, and Keys. Call, visit, or find us online. 2 locations, Crawfordsville and Lafayette.
Mexico getting ready for the next game, which is scheduled for a 7:30 first pitch here at Loeb Stadium. They will take on Korea, a rematch that Korea won on Saturday night 5-3 in 9 innings. Both know that they have to win tonight to keep their tournament hopes alive. New pitcher now for Bay County, Michigan, as we saw Brown really kind of labor there in the 4th inning. Gave up 2, but able to keep the bases loaded. Cody Poyer is the new pitcher for Bay County, Michigan. He will be a senior this coming fall.
And it looks like Brandon Brown made his way over to third base now. And looks like Prokopenko came out of the game, and Dorman moved to center field.
So Poyer will go into the number 9 spot in the batting lineup. We saw Brown play third base yesterday. So Brown goes 4 innings, walks 2, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Faces 21 batters in total. So Zeman, who is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch. He'll be the first batter to get a look at the new pitcher. And this is the first time that Poyer has appeared in the tournament for Bay County. I mentioned the fact in their previous 3 games, their starting pitcher had gone the distance. Brown in game 1, Dorman in game 2, foul ball there, and then Bernard yesterday. Even though it was just a 4-inning start, still on short rest, that was a quality performance by Brown for Bay County.
Yeah, and what an advantage to have somebody like Poyer to be able to come off the bench that nobody's even seen yet. So there's no scouting report. Nobody knows from Louisiana what this kid throws, how he's going to be.
Slow roller that will go foul.
And so far he looks like he's working down in the zone pretty well and staying on top of the ball.
Zeman has a hit in every game so far this tournament. Looking for his first hit of the night. Ground ball to shortstop. Glish gets a hop that actually helps him. Helps it sit up to fire it over to first. And the leadoff man is retired. And for Louisiana, that's the first time that has been the case tonight, that the leadoff man makes the left turn and goes back to the dugout. So Austin Benoit, who walked and scored last inning, will come to the plate. Benoit says his favorite baseball team, the Red Sox, but being a catcher, not surprising, his favorite player is Buster Posey. As a Reds fan, I still have nightmares about Buster Posey from about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that have nightmares of Buster Posey.
Line drive past the diving Kwapaszewski into right field. And Benoit has a base hit for the first time today. So 1 on and 1 out. And Rehberg, who is 2 for 2 today with a run scored and an RBI, steps to the plate.
Good look there at Austin Benoit as he drives that one into right center field, just out of the outstretched glove of the second baseman.
Rehberg sends this back our direction. Press box door is open. That almost came in the press box for us.
Hoping to get a souvenir. I was going to take it down and get a free ice cream.
I'm not sure that applies to us.
No.
0-1 the count. Curveball, a pretty one. And these players have seen a lot of those in first 4 innings from Brown. That one had a bit of a different break. That one kind of tailed back in on Rehberg. 0-2.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed about all these Michigan players, they all seem to throw the curveball fairly well.
Comes back with the curveball. Third baseman will go the short way to get one. Can they turn it? Yes, they do. Double play to end the inning for Bay County, Michigan. 5-4-3. That is as well done as we have seen the entire tournament. Taking a look here. First fielding chance for Brown since moving from the pitcher's position. Over to Kwapaszewski for the second out. On to Schumacher for the third. To break we go on ISC.
Throws for the end zone, man open. At the touchdown. Touchdown grab for Marion.
There you go.
And why pull up for a jumper from 3 or even a mid-range when you can go right down the lane?
Sowers is back, reaches up, and it's a grand slam for De La Salle.
Cook by Coach Stick to break down the defense.
Welcome back here on ISC. Not surprising that a guy from Lanesville and Cloverdale wear their respective colors here on the broadcast inside of the press box. Thank you so much for joining us for the 2017 Colt World Series. And this game feels closer, Mike, than 7-2 right now.
It definitely does. And knowing how explosive the Louisiana team can be, you just have this sense that there's not enough distance between Michigan and Louisiana right now.
But at the same time, they've got 6 outs to get 5 runs, and you've got a chance to add to your lead if you're Michigan. Although it was by far the easiest inning of work for a Louisiana pitcher, and that was the first full inning for Sorrell. 3 quick fly balls, and it was kind of gone in a blink of an eye. Bottom half of the 4th for Michigan last time up.
Yes, it was. Didn't even seem like guys had a good chance to see him.
So Schumacher, the first baseman, he got his first hit of the tournament, got an RBI and a run scored as well on his last trip to the plate. We were commenting both on the air and off. And his defense has been outstanding at first base in this game.
Definitely has. He starts swinging the bat better, too.
Good job by the pitcher, though, to field his position. And there's one away. And that is now 5 consecutive batters retired for Sorrell for Louisiana.
Take a look at this. Quick reflexes, good glove. And the most important thing, he didn't rush his throw to first base. He knew he had time, set his feet, make a good throw to get the out.
Now the third baseman in Brown. Swings and gets a piece of that one, sends it straight down foul, 0-1 the count. Brown also singled his last time up and would score. He would score on the errant throw. Whether it was really an errant throw or just the ball kind of went off the glove of the pitcher. But literally ball trickled away, and it kind of took a second for everybody to realize, wait a minute, this is a live ball. And he scampers towards home and scores one of 6 runs for Michigan in the home half of the 3rd inning.
And Brown getting a little taste of his own medicine here as Sorrell throws him 2 straight curveballs for strikes.
1-2 the count. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Coming in from the north, so it's kind of blowing straight out at this point. 2-2 the count. Forecasted temperatures, highs in the low 80s for the next couple of 3 days. Whoever was in charge of the weather department for this year's tournament, they get a raise for next year.
Yes, they need a contract extension as well.
Full count now. That's foul ball. Contact made with the batter in the batter's box. First baseman after taking his at bat, and Schumacher getting some pitches in case he is needed. Poyer was solid in his first inning of work. This one will also turn foul, so Brown's getting a little bit of an extended look at the second pitcher of the game now that each team has gone to the bullpen.
And I'm thinking that Sorrell has thrown as many pitches to Brown as he did all last inning to the Michigan team.
Good point. Brown works a walk. That's the second walk issued by the reliever. 1 on and 1 out. And the winner of this game plays California tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We'll, of course, have that game for you right here on ISC. That's in for a strike to Birdsall, the right fielder. Singled in his last plate appearance and would be the last run to score. That throw gets away, but not far enough for Brown to think about advancing. A friendly bounce off that fence down the first base line. At least from the perspective of Louisiana.
Yeah, luckily that ball bounced back towards the field of play instead of towards the dugout.
1-1 the count. This one sprayed foul, 1-2. just off the corner. Outfield playing straight away here for the number 7 hitter. With at least one extra batter coming to the plate. With the runner on the base pass, Schumacher getting a little extra time to get loose if needed for Michigan. Birdsall sends us to right field. Pretty much right in the tracks of Richard, and there's now 2 away. So Jacob Morris to the plate. He singled and got an RBI his last time up. 1 for 2 on the game. Morris had to go through what fans deal with from time to time. His favorite player got traded a few weeks ago, so J.D. Martinez, his favorite player, now a former member of the Tigers. Plays these days for the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a foul ball. 1-1 the count.
Now Diamondbacks trying to sign a few key players to maybe make a late run, but I don't know that anybody is going to be able to hang with the Dodgers this year.
High and in tight, 2-1. Dodgers just completed the best 50-game stretch in the history of Major League Baseball. Let that sink in for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's with having Clayton Kershaw out for the last 2 or 3 weeks as well. Runner bluffs going. This one pops straight up. First baseman will make the play. And Bay County will leave 1 in the home half of the 5th. They lead by 5 in this elimination game at the Colt World Series. We're back in a moment on ISC.
This is the dawn of an old day because AT&T and DirecTV are offering yesterday's technology today. TV from space. As long as it's not too rainy. Or windy. Or there isn't a branch in the way. Welcome to the moment no one's been waiting for.
The fastest internet and the best TV experience is already here with X1, only from Xfinity.
Back at Loeb Stadium. Great night to check out a baseball game. Pitcher in Kaplan Sorrell will lead things off for Louisiana here in the top of the 6th, and he has done exactly what's been asked of him. He has kept his team in this game as he has now thrown 2 2/3 innings of relief.
He's doing a great job of giving his offense every opportunity. He's not allowed any runs, and now it's just up to the bats to get going and produce some for him. As Sorrell lead off this inning, he flew out to left field his last at bat. Love to see him get on base to help himself out here.
So 7, 8, and 9 coming up this time through for Louisiana. Overhand curveball. You said it last inning. Doesn't matter the pitcher. They can throw the breaking stuff, this Michigan team.
And they all throw it with great efficiency.
1-1 the count. We asked these young men their favorite player in a sport that's not baseball. Kaplan says Odell Beckham Jr. And again, given the fact he's a former LSU Tiger, that's not that big of a surprise. He's a popular answer for a lot of these young men.
Yeah, very exciting player. A lot of these kids can relate to him, and they...
Little liner, the Kwapaszewski. Oh, get a little hop into the air to go grab. There's 1 down.
Nice, easy little catch there.
Didn't need all the vertical on that one.
No, I don't think so.
Just enough to make it flush.
That's right. Look good, though.
So Okway, who is 0 for 2, has lined out and flied out tonight. Swing and a miss there. Count evens up at 1-1. We have seen Okoye as the first baseman in this tournament. Lists his positions as first, third, and pitcher. 2-1 the count. Okoye did pitch 3 2/3 innings in the opening loss against California. Give up 1 earned run. That's a fair ball. Brown gets to show off that fastball. He didn't use it very much on the mound. He's got it from third, and there's 2 down.
You see him field that deep in the hole behind the bag at third, and he just makes it look so easy firing that thing across there.
I think Schumacher gave him the sign, throw the 1, not the 2. Throw the heater. And got him by a step. So Landon LaFleur now. Singled his last time up and got an RBI for his efforts. Poyer has faced the minimum. Now again, there was a single and a double play that was involved, but this is the 6th batter he has faced. Ground ball, Glish charges, fields, fires, gets him, and make it 6. Faced by Poyer without a runner getting past first base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Michigan looks to stretch this lead in this elimination game. The Colt World Series on ISC.
Can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
If Usain Bolt represents Xfinity Internet, what happens when we double the speed on 2 of our most popular plans? Meet his twice as fast brother, Usain Bolt. Now stream movies and shows twice as fast. Xfinity, the fastest just got faster.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HELP.
Look inside of the dugout of the Crowley Cajuns. A little bit dejected at this point, down 7-2. Still at least one more at bat to go for Crowley. And they've got 7 hits, so they've been able to swing it in this game, just not as much in the last couple of innings. Yep. Mexico and Korea awaiting for their turn here, approximately 30 to 40 minutes after the conclusion of this game.
Yeah, looking at those teams gathering around, looks like they're getting ready. You think they'd come in here pretty loose, ready to play tonight.
This is Poyer making his first plate appearance. He's been outstanding in relief of Brown. First pitch for Sorrell is a bit high. For the 2 relievers facing each other, and they have done exactly what they have been asked to do.
Take a look at Poyer. He's not your prototypical build for a pitcher, but he's doing a great job up there on the mound.
Poyer says he's a Tigers fan, and he goes back a little further back in his youth for his favorite player, Curtis Granderson. Now the New York Mets. Well, Curtis played his college ball not too far from here. Played up at UIC in downtown Chicago. And donated enough money where the field is named after him at UIC. Not bad when you're still playing and the field is named after you. 2-2 the count. And fouled straight back. Cody says he wants to be a DNR officer when he's done with his high school days. And a swing and a miss. There's 1 down.
Nice curveball there by Sorrell as he drops that one in there.
That is the first strikeout of a Michigan player in this game.
See the bottom just fall off of that thing.
High and in tight on Glish. 1-0. The count. Lish wearing that number 1, plays shortstop, says his favorite player is Ozzie Smith. He hits one to the opposing shortstop, LaFleur. As he has throughout the tournament, fields his position quite nicely. And there's 2 away.
Nice play there by LaFleur. Able to come up and make a good throw. Easy out.
Papaszewski 0 for 1 with a couple of sacrifice bunts in this game. First pitch strike. Says his favorite team, the Tigers, but his favorite player, a second baseman, Robinson Cano. Smacks this into LaFleur. LaFleur, second verse, same as the first, and retiring the last 5 batters he faces is Sorrell. Louisiana's got 3 outs to score 5 runs. 7-2 our score in this elimination game as you're watching the 2017 Colt World Series on ISC.
When you visit Pepe's Mexican restaurant, you'll be greeted a fun, vibrant family atmosphere. Whether you're joining us for lunch, dinner, or a special occasion, our manageable prices and sizable portions of authentic Mexican dishes will guarantee you won't be leaving hungry. And as always, free appetizers for waiting, because that's just the way we are. So come dine in or carry out. Open 11 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, located at 2525 Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Back at Loeb Stadium in Lafayette, Greg Rakestraw, Mike Rossick with you on ISC. Top of the lineup rolls through here for Louisiana, trailing 7-2. A run in the first from Michigan, then 6 in the bottom of the third. Louisiana got 2 back immediately in the top of the fourth, but Poyer has faced 6 in his 2 innings of work. This one sent to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. And Cameron Richard has now reached base all 4 times he's been at the plate tonight.
Nice piece of hitting there by Richard. Able to drive that into right center field. Another base hit for him.
So Verrett, he's reached base all 3 times too, but more of the unconventional path. A fielder's choice, an error, and a hit by pitch. And we saw Schumacher throwing in the bullpen earlier if needed for Michigan. He is the first baseman. But Poyer has been impressive in relief. Excuse me, swing that will be fouled into the stands.
Got a fan from Mexico that was able to grab that foul ball.
Didn't catch on the fly, though.
No, bounced.
E-fan. Her ball misses high, 2-1. Verrett had 3 hits in yesterday's victory for Louisiana. Looking for his first of this game. And not the move from Poyer that we saw Brown have earlier in the game. Poyer on for his 3rd inning of work. Trying to get Michigan into the semifinals. 3-1. Line drive, center field, base hit. Runners at first and second now.
And Verrett comes through with his first hit of the game.
Here comes Jacob Bernard. Bernard 1 for 3 in this game. He's got some pop in that bat. You're probably about 1 more hit away from starting to get a little nervous if you're a Michigan fan. 1-0 the count. Bernard says Mike Trout, his favorite baseball player. He'll be a junior this fall. Count at 2-0. This one hit towards right center. Right fielder backing up. He'll watch that one bounce off the wall. The runner at first almost bypassed the runner at second. They will both score in tandem. It is 7-4, and that is a stand-up triple for Bernard.
Great hit there as he is able to turn on that pitch and drive it to right center field. He blasts that ball out there.
So 2 runs batted in for Bernard. And there might be a pitching change coming here. Poyer got him through a couple of innings. But all of a sudden, the first 3 batters to the plate this inning have hit it and hit it hard for Louisiana. That ball got to the 355 sign in a hurry. So the conversation is still taking place. Not sure they're making a move just yet. The tying run is now on deck for Louisiana. And Poyer will stay on the mound for now. This is Zeman, who is 0 for 2 today. Had a ground ball to the shortstop in his previous plate appearance, and this was the first batter that Poyer faced in the 5th. So everybody now has had a look at the right-handed reliever. And that one sails on him. 1-0 the count.
Now, important out for Michigan here. Need to get this first one on the board.
Foul ball, and wisely so. Michigan, a ground ball will score the run. They'll gladly give up the run to get the out and keep the bases clear. Third baseman kind of playing in the neighborhood of the bag just to keep the runner honest. And on the 2 pitches that have been out of the zone, Poyer's not been close.
Yeah, and for a batter like Zeman, who's hitless today, you don't really want to give a bunch of these guys more confidence.
Foul ball. That one off the leg of Zeman, and he'll try to walk it off as he slowly ambles down the first baseline. And our next game follows the conclusion of this one, about 30 or so minutes away from Korea and Mexico once this one comes to an end. He's even going to take a moment here, and both coaches going to come out and make sure that he is all right, the second baseman. He says he's all right. Good chance by Poyer to catch up with Koffold and go over what they want this 2-2 pitch to be. Outfield shielding or playing somewhat towards right. Line drive gets to right field for a base hit. So the first 4 batters have now reached, and here comes the pitching change for Michigan. So the tying run now will come to the plate for Louisiana with no outs in the top of the 7th inning. We'll quickly step aside as we're back in just a moment as you're watching the 2017 Colt World Series here on ISC.
Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden is your local Husqvarna dealer. With us, you'll find a knowledgeable staff that's able to provide quick turnaround service so your business doesn't have to stop. From zero-turn mowers to trimmers and chainsaws, Husqvarna has you covered. And with the fleet program, the more you buy, the more you get in return. With that kind of stability, you can rely on us for the long haul. Get your Husqvarna equipment today at Thomas Phoenix Lawn and Garden, located at 6292 West County Road 0 in Frankfort.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these two laptops. We're going to each download a TV show. I'm going to download it on Xfinity, and you guys are going to download it with AT&T Uverse. And we're going to see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're going to be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 triple play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
So Schumacher will now be asked to come on and close this one out for Michigan. This is the first time we have seen him pitch in the tournament. And the defensive moves are a few for Bay County. So Schumacher goes from first to pitching. The third baseman in Brown goes over to first. Dorman comes in from center to man the third base bag, and Prokopenko will re-enter and be the center fielder. Schumacher now will face 5, 6, and 7. Benoit, Rieberg, and Sorrell. Those are the next three batters due up for Louisiana. Benoit singled his last time up. And Rieberg has a pair of base hits today, including a double. Well, there have been some dramatic late game moments in this tournament. There might be a couple more in store in this one.
There definitely could be. And the good thing for Michigan is they are the home team, so they will get another crack at this if necessary.
First pitch fastball, foul ball. This is the third different pitcher that Benoit has faced. Little liner, flare that the shortstop will catch, and the runner was off the bag at first, and they got him. I'm not sure why that Zeman was that far off the bag.
Take another look at this. Little lazy fly ball, heads up throw. And that was bang bang there at the first base on that, and they called him out. So double play for Michigan.
So all of a sudden there are now two down and nobody on the base paths. And on that play on the base paths, Brown came up a little bit lame, trying to make that stretch from the first base position. And he has asked for a moment to make sure that he's all right. And he already had pitched 4 innings. This is the third different position that he has played in this game. But he'll stay with it. So now Rieberg comes to the plate. No longer is the tying run at home plate for Louisiana. Swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. Little flare to right field. Right fielder has it in his sights. Catch is made. Game is over. And Bay County, Michigan will advance on to tomorrow night semifinals with a rematch of yesterday's loss to California. That opportunity is in front of them. We'll take this quick timeout, come back with our post-game show as you're watching the 2017 Colt World Series on ISC.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Welcome back to Loeb Stadium for a final time for this game. Greg Rakestraw with you. Mike Rosick will join us from the field with some post-game interviews coming up in a matter of moments. Louisiana will see their tournament run end after 4 games in 4 days. They won 2, they lost 2, and they fall in this one by a score of 7-5. It is the McAllister Reynolds post-game show with you on ISC. Michigan, after losing for the first time in the tournament yesterday, bounces back to get the victory, and they will now match up with California tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Again, that was a very well-played game yesterday. California won it 2-0. And they will get a second shot at them tomorrow. The young men from Louisiana being given their medals for their appearance in the Colt World Series. Their host families being recognized as well. We'll have some post-game interviews coming up for you in a matter of moments. All the scoring for Bay County, Michigan took place in the first 3 innings. Leadoff man English was walked. He would come around to score in the first inning. And then eventually 11 players would go to the plate in the 3rd inning. And 6 of the first 7 batters would reach. They would all score. From a 7-0 lead, Michigan would hang on for a 7-5 victory. Let's go to Mike with some post-game conversations.
Thanks, Greg, as I'm here with the head coach from Michigan and also with Mason Schumacher, first baseman and the pitcher to finish this game out. First of all, Mason, good job today. What were your thoughts on coming into the game at the end there to close it out?
Oh, just to get our 3 outs and get down and win.
All right, now you're going to move on and face the California team again. You guys have seen them before. What's your approach to this game?
To hit the ball and score runs, basically win the game.
All right, well, good luck and great job today. All right, now we're with the head coach for Michigan. You're going to see California again. How are you preparing your players for this?
Well, we know they play the game the right way. They're fundamentally sound. They're not going to make a lot of mistakes. We're going to have to hit. I mean, we only had 3 hits first some last time, and our pitcher threw lights out against them, and we just got to get that big hit. We didn't get that big hit last time, and we fell short, and, I mean, we're ready. Our boys are ready for them, so we'll see.
All right, great game today. What do you say to your boys after this game?
I mean, way to hang tough. I mean, we threw Brandon, who threw the first game, so we knew he was a little fatigued. We knew it was going to be a total team effort, and it was. We had everybody step up in the right spots and keep us in the ball game, and we won.
All right, guys. Well, it's been great watching you guys. Good luck in the next game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
And we will
Back
see
to you,
Michigan
Greg.
again tomorrow. Mike, thank you very much. Great job. Look forward to working with you one more time this evening for the Mexico and Korea game, which, again, is about a half an hour away. For those of you that are fans of Michigan, again, same time tomorrow at 5 o'clock. They will take on California. If Michigan is able to beat California tomorrow, those 2 teams will play again on Wednesday. If not, California advances on to the winner-take-all championship game at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night here at Loeb Stadium. We'll give our crew a bit of a quick breather and come back for the final game of the day here at Loeb Stadium in Lafayette. For Mike Rosick and our entire MTC Sports crew, this is Greg Rakestraw. Goodbye for now, and thanks for watching the 2017 Colt World Series here on ISC.